Now, from your weather authority, meteorologist Cody Bailey.
As we mentioned before the break, it really depends on where you're located. If you haven't seen the storms today, you've likely seen mostly sunny skies. That was the case for the most part for Evansville, but we are seeing some clouds roll in as we're getting kind of the outflow boundaries of those storms in our eastern counties. And again, thankfully at this hour, no severe thunderstorm warnings. We've had a couple of already issued for parts of Davies County and also when it was across the river in Spencer County as well. But again, no advisories on the board at this time, but still seeing those isolated pop-up storms with some heavy downpours, some frequent lightning, and also the potential for some gusty winds and maybe some small hail as well. The other factor with these, since they are those isolated type of pop-up storms, they're really not moving all that fast. So you could have some of those downpours, if they last long enough, flash flooding, localized at least, could be a concern. But again, these storms have a history of bubbling up, producing that heavy downpour, and then kind of raining itself out. In fact, the two warnings that we've had today, they not only were allowed to expire, they were actually canceled a little bit early too. So these storms like this, very reminiscent of what we see during the heat of the day in the summertime, where they'll bubble up and kind of produce some heavy downpours for about 30 to 45 minutes and then get closer to that hour lifespan. It really starts to fall apart. But at the same time, what we are seeing is the outflow energy producing additional storms. So that's why we're seeing those activity gradually shifting to the west. As you see, watch as that time lapse goes through the Calhoun area. You can see that little shade of green moving through. It almost acts as a cold front as the storm collapses out of Owensboro. That boundary moves to the west, triggering some new showers and storms, and that's also what we're seeing developing in southern Illinois. But first, up to the north, along and north of I-64, parts of southeastern Gibson County, southern Pike County, and moving through the Jasper area, which had some stronger storms earlier this afternoon as well. This activity, again, slowly moving to the southeast, and for the first time this afternoon and this evening, we are seeing some activity across our southern Illinois county. So again, the hot spot today was Carmi at 90 degrees. A little cell popping up over White County will likely cool you down here a little bit. But we're, again, seeing that energy going a little bit further to the west now into Illinois with more activity to the north along and south of I-70. That's going to be moving through later on tonight. Again, primarily, at least as you can see if it holds together, would primarily be for southwest Indiana, maybe western Kentucky. But we're seeing, again, some energy at least out towards the west that could produce some isolated showers and storms. Here's the view of our Heads construction tower camera, looking at a hazy appearance there across the river, where, again, some showers and storms beginning to fire up closer to the Evansville metro, but downtown Evansville still dry and quiet. You can see those clouds starting to bubble up as well as we look towards the west from the bend of the Ohio River from our Superior Ag tower camera. And once again, a very impressive temperature spread from 68 degrees Tell City, 72 degrees in Owensboro. Still the mid-80s out towards the west, 86 in Morganfield, Carmi at 84. But again, with that shower moving through White County right now, you'll likely be cooling down here over the next couple of minutes. But here's that next cluster that will move through later on this evening. I think things will largely wind down as we get closer to about 10 p.m. to midnight. And that's it for this evening. But another risk for severe weather comes into play for tomorrow. Future Tracker shows the activity well out of the area by midnight, maybe a little bit sooner than some of the other guidance moving through. And then updated Future Tracker does keep us with more clouds very early, but I think we're going to be seeing quite a bit of sunshine for your Sunday. Again, all of the tri-state under that marginal level 1 risk tonight. Level 2 slight risk comes into play late tomorrow evening and tomorrow night. Future Tracker, though, the latest update really pushes all of the activity up to the north, but many other forecast models in the Weather Center keeping that line of storms all across the tri-state. So that is why we are going to be under that level 2 slight risk. But once that moves out overnight Sunday, a pretty nice Monday on the way. And there's a look at that slight level 2 risk for tomorrow night. Again, this evening, just an isolated shower or storm that could be strong to severe. We'll keep an eye on things over the next couple of days. Plenty of dry time for tomorrow, but keep an eye after sunset for Sunday night when those storms roll through. And then another round of showers and storms next week, Wednesday into Wednesday evening.
Well, I won't mind the cool down for just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Monday looking very nice.
All right. Well, thank you, Cody.